promised you when I was running that I would put Georgians first. And that's what we did. And I know that feeling. It's a bad feeling. And I felt like there was a lot of people, especially in the restaurant industry, and those that are supplying you and others that are tied to the industry, I mean, they were feeling just the same way. It's the same way I felt during the Great Recession, being a builder and a developer when the real estate market tanked. And it's a bad feeling. And that's what we were fighting for. And it's because we have those great relationships with Karen and with people like George and people in the industry that we were talking to. And they were telling us, look, we cannot do this anymore. We're going to lose everything that we ever worked for. Our employees are going to be in the same boat. We need to open back up. And that's who we were listening to. But it's also who we work with to try to figure out, how we do this in a safe way. How we do it where you can afford it and that you can actually implement it. Because you had other states and other policymakers that they said, hey, yeah, let's open up. But the rules and regulations that they had were so strenuous or so expensive, you couldn't afford to do it, or it was impossible to do it. And we didn't have that problem in Georgia because we brought the small business owners mentality and just hard-working Georgians like y'all are, and we sat down at the table with Karen and the team and a lot of other business people, whether it was retailers, distributors and other folks, and said, hey, how do we make this work? How do we make the film industry continue to work? They were closed in California probably a year longer than we were in Georgia. Same thing with a lot of your colleagues in other parts of the country. I have people in Georgia all the time that tell me, I talk to other restaurateurs in other parts of the country, and like they have been devastated by this. And you all are making the great American comeback right here in the state of Georgia. And that's the way we want to keep it. And you deserve that. You shouldn't have the government cost you to lose your business or cost your employees to lose their job. And that's what we've been fighting for. I just want to thank y'all for your support, and thank you for being in the fight to have good government affairs people that can relay what's really happening on the ground to us and who will be your advocates. It's so important that we have the real world represented at the Capitol. And that's what you guys are. So we're honored to be serving, and we're honored to be here tonight. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you, Governor Kemp. And years ago when I started, everybody knows I was a restaurateur for like a million years, and I started in this role about 12 years ago. And I had a conversation with former Governor Sonny Perdue, and we were talking about government, we were talking about business, and he said something to me that resonates with me every day. Government does not create business, but government ensures that there's an environment for our businesses to flourish. And I think Governor Kemp has epitomized that for our industry and many other industries. And on behalf of the Georgia Restaurant Association, we'd like to present this to you. And we thank you for everything you're doing, and delighted you came.